All right, guys. Here we are. Today I started our streaming on Twitch for Kingdom. Maybe we can also reach other people outside the kingdom with it to help them. So basically, we are using this to inform you about new stuff, and you can ask questions, and we will answer that. So our topic for today is we want to show you some stuff about the new KVK, King of Niles, and as you see, our kingdom has done the registration for it. So for everyone of us, it's the first time we are playing this new KVK. So there are some changes between our last KVK, Heroic Anthem, and this new KVK, King of Nile. So as always, you can check on the bottom right, on the top right, you can check the infos about the KVK. Here in my stream, it's in German, but it will be on your language as always. So you can check the infos in there. It's something new in here, like the new season strategies. I will say first, it's without any money you need to spend on. So it's yeah, for every player it's the same. I will show you later in the stream what is different and how you should spend your points in there and some key facts. The coalition system is like always, it's the same. The rewards are first the KVK shop, the coins are the same like in the last KVK in Heroic Anthem. Um, the rewards overall are better than in Heroic Anthem or other KVKs so far. It's not that they are not that high like in KVK 1 till 3, but it's for an SUC it's very good. And you have the new KVK map, which is for the King of Nile map. You can see we have three starting zones per team. It's something like in KVK 3, where you have ruin fights and you are basically only fight open field in Kingsland, but we will have here in King of Nile a fight earlier. Um, I will show you the map very soon and more about that. So, okay, let's go. Let's start with the informations. You can just tip in the chat when you have some questions or something to say. Just feel free to reach us. All right. So I will change the view on the KVK timeline. It's not with our dates. So far, we need to add this, but we are now in the story selection. So we did the registration. We have like 1 day and some hours left till the story selection is done. Then we will go into the team up phase. So we already have a very good, strong D seed on our side. They answered me today, so it looks good. Let's see how the teams will end. Then we will get into the matchmaking stage. Our kingdom is C seed at the moment, but we need to hold our power. We are very high in power, so please don't build up and train and do too much technology at the moment. Then we have 24 hour of announcements, so nothing will happen there. And then, as usual, as you know, we will go into the pre-KVK. So nothing new in here. Like 2 days each stage. For sure, we will do a video and new Kingdom map about that too. Then we have the Chronicles. It's something like always. We have the Ruin fights here, the Altar fights. They have different names now, Spring of Ra and Font of Ra. So we will update this list and we'll put it into our Discord chat. So okay, now the interesting stuff will go on. So this is our King of Nile map. As you see, it's a bit different when you are an A or B seed kingdom. We are C, and we were playing the D seed system. So, hey, Evo, thanks for the following. As usual, I need to say that. So we are starting, or every team will start with 6 kingdoms together. So as the red team will start with 1C and 1D seed kingdom. All starting zones will be in with 1C and 1D seed kingdom. So overall 6 kingdoms per team. And the good part is with your team, you will only fight in Kingsland together. With the other red zones, maybe you can see it a bit on the map, you will first meet with everyone in Kingsland. So this is an important part. So it's only very important for us at the beginning until middle of KVK to deal with our starting kingdom in the starting zone. So very soon the level 4 paths are opening. As you see, we have 3 level 4 passes. So 2 here to join out with the other kingdom together to the safe zone. And another one, which is new, which is different to KVK 3, into another zone. Also the blue ones, which could be our enemies, like that, like let's say it. We'll have 2 level 4 passes, we'll go into that zone, we are here. This zone is connected with the ruin in the middle, where we will have first our fights, the ruin fights. So they are here with the buildings and we are here with the buildings. And at some point after the ruin fights, this little pass will open. And in each zone there is a structure to fight for. So this will be the first and only territory fight till Kingsland, but the structures gives you some buffs like always. So you want to have them. So the ruin fights will be always rotating in some days, and then at some point we will enter the next zone, which is also and safe zone. This zone here will stay safe till the enemies can't go in here. So at later after King's End they will. So then we will join this territory, which is in the zone 7, right? And we have another altar fight, but now we are going right side for our side when we are starting here. First we are fighting left kingdoms, and then after in the next zone we will fight the right kingdoms in this zone. This will get us more honor because it's the higher zone, and we will be here with our neighbor kingdom. And at some point then, as always, the highlight of every KVK, the very small zone, the Kingsland will open. So then it's the first time we will play together with our team. As you can see, every red team has some blue next to it, and also otherwise the blue has always a red next to them. So you will never face your own teams in the starting zones here or in the altar. So it's always fighting against the enemy team. Also, what is important to say, it's like in KVK 3, you have 2 teams and they are called now, I think it's Steph and let's check it. They also have team names again. So we have all the way in the KVK we have little events, which are, I need to switch on King of Nile, like hunting barbarians, farming resources, kill enemies. Where is it? Ah, here at the end. Here is it. Yeah. When you're scoring down here, you have 2 teams. One team is a horrors team and the other is a death team. So, like here, like in KVK 3, you will have an overall win against them. We're always having these events against the other team, like which team farmed the most resources, which team had the most barbarian forts, and much more. So they were overall team win, and for sure what is most important, the Kingsland win. So let's move on with the new stuff here. The map is the first new add-in, and I will now add some more stuff in here. So what is next is I will show you some builds you can use. I need to copy the pictures, so it might be better. I'm not completely into Twitch. I will need to learn a little bit more. I hope you can see everything clear. Now I need to add the picture. Just one moment, and we will continue. Nothing's plopping up here. Here it is. All right. Let me change the picture so it's better to see. So this is a picture of the new strategy builds you can do. So most important overall, this is very, very important. Once you have selected one point in here, you can never change it again. So it's very important to think about your strategy points. I know it's not the best quality, but we show you something. So like we have here, we have a leadership tree, we have a warfare tree, we have a support tree. So each tree have some good stuff, but at the beginning you want to have something for the first fight. So I will share you soon some builds you can go for. It's a bit we really need to check for what you want to go for. Like you have here some like very cool stuff like 50% more healing speed, more hospital capacity. It's raised by 30%. Crystal buildings are reduced by 10%, and this is something like you would be looking for, and you're saying, yeah, that's nice. I could do that. It's helping me a lot. But for the beginning, you want to reach the war stuff, like the teamwork here. It gets rally and garrison leaders are dealing more damage, 1% per player which are joining the rally or garrison and have selected this skill teamwork. So teamwork is a very, very important skill for players which are basically fighting open field and supporting the kingdom. So very important for every garrison leader and rally leader to have them in the rally. Every rally and garrison leader can see that when you are doing a rally, like let me check. When you're doing it now, you cannot see it because we are in an off season. I hope someone did Barbarian Fort so we can check it. Yeah, someone is doing it. So you will have a small number over the rally here on the top left side, which are like 2 or 3, and then the number which is here on above the rally will say how much people with the teamwork skill are into the rally. So how much buffs you get. The maximum are 10 people in with 10%. It's a maximum. You can only reach 10%. That's the maximum. So this is what you want to reach when you are doing rallies in garrison. You will always want to have some people in there. What would be the best? Like 10 people in there with a teamwork skill. All right. I will go now with the first builds. For sure, there are different builds, like for whales, like for freeze banders and stuff like that. But before I will show the builds, I will show you when and how many strategy points you will get in this KVK. So basically, at the beginning, there are not that much. Like at the start of the KVK, you gained 1 point. So then for pass 4 opening, which is still a safe zone, you will another 3 points to be selected into your skill tree. So total you have 4. So when the first fights open, pass 5 opens, that means the ruin fights will start. You will have overall 9 points. So at this point, as a good player on the open field, as a fighter, you want to have a good amount of war damage and percentage and buffs like that. So the first nine points should go mostly into your war stuff and percents. Pass 6 opens, that means we will enter the first territory fight. So another 4 points, 13 overall. So what do you want to have there? For sure, the rally buffs and the garrison buffs and everyone with teamwork. Everyone which is playing open field is supporting our kingdom, is supporting our rally leaders, our garrison leaders should have teamwork. So we always reach the 10% extra damage. So at this point you will want to have this. And then in the future, when you reach Hornet and 20 million kills, and so when you get to the structures, you can reach 15. Maybe also with the enemy elimination, you get reached 17. So summa summarum, you will have 21 skills, like 7 skills per tree, 21 in for all. So you can only choose 15 or 17, depends on how good you are, or if you're winning the KVK or not. So let's go into the builds. You can screenshot it, and after the stream you can just watch the video again and you can screenshot stuff like that, or watch our 48 Discord channels. We have it there also, or just ask me for stuff like that. So first I will share the open field tree and for rally and garrison fillers, because this is what the most of our people should go for when they are not garrison or rally leaders. So this is the tree you should look for. For sure, you can, when you're thinking about something different, feel free to switch some stuff. Like Keen Blade is something like a skill where you maybe change or not select when you are a normal player, because it gets you 5% more damage, but you also get 3% more damage. So this is a skill normally you would select when you know you're doing more damage than the other one, than the enemy. What is very important is this warfare tree, because you want to get teamwork. Quick March and Vigor is also not bad. Like I said, feel free to take a look on all trees, but be sure you're selecting the right skills, because keep in mind you can never change any skill after it's selected. That's very important. So you can never change this tree and the whole KVK again. This is a little bit sad, but it is what it is. So I will now get you a bigger picture with 4 other builds. Apollo's dancing, yeah. Apollo's dancing always. It's a crazy taco. Who are you? Where are you? That's a better one. Red Arthur Templar. I know where you are. So this is the build. Let's talk about food. Yeah, later. I'm hungry a bit, but I will talk after that about food, or at the end of the stream. So this is some other builds. Like when you have a farm account, keep in mind you can only join the KVK or the Lost Kingdom map when your farm account has reached level 25. So when you have a farm account where you're saying this farm account is only for farming and for maybe filling flags and readies, it's very useful when it has troops, T4 or T5, basically mostly T5 I think. Then it's also like I say before, the teamwork tree. Like we want to reach this 10% in every rally and garrison, very important. And then you can go for the support tree. Is it on the at below? So we get some farm buffs. Then we have some other stuff like garrison and rally anti-swarm. These are some examples where you can also go for. Like I said, check the skills and look for what you mostly want. Also the whale swarm tag. I mean, we are a C seed and we are fighting with C and D seeds. We are not an Imperium or a kingdom where we are mostly swarming flags or something. But it's also possible to go for that when you have max tag and enough troops to swarm flags, but we are mostly going with the 3v4 for open field and um, our rally and garrison leaders. So the timeline we will update with the stuff about our kingdom. Here are some trees, and here are the seasonal strategy points where to choose. Like I said, it's free. You don't need to spend money for this tree for these coins to put it into. What is also in our KVK, like in the last KVK, is a crystal tash. It's the same like always. Crystal tash you need to spend on. You will get it from barbarians, from forts, and stuff like that. So for the garrison and for the ready leaders, it's again important to have a good tash. But you also can reach about these skill trees some other buffs for your garrison or for your rally. Alright, so this is basically about the strategy points. It's very important to know. Um, don't see any questions so far, so I just jump into it and have another little topic about King of Nile. So our pre-KVK will start next week and our KVK will start in like 2 weeks. Um, we have free team selection. So we have one very strong D-Seed kingdom which is interested in playing with us. So we can choose them and they can choose us. It's free team building this time. I showed you the strategy points. Here are some new structures. The whole map and structures and the names is it's everything new. Basically, it's not very different from Heroic Anthem, but they just changed the look and we have some trees and another yeah, it's like the map is something like it's more like in the old Egypt, so it's looking very cool. Coalition system is always also like in the last KVK I said. The who is interested, the KVK star is only going for one starting zone team, so only 2 kingdoms can get the star out of 12 kingdoms in our KVK. Because we have 6 kingdoms per team, so 12 overall, and only 2 kingdoms will get the star. I hope for that the team will get the star, so that means 6, which would be very cool, because in Heroic Anthem you have like 4 kingdoms or 5 kingdoms which can get with the whole coalition the star. But in King of Nile it's a bit reduced. But we have better rewards, like I said. We have the same KVK shop with the coins like in Heroic Anthem, so when you save some, you can spend them again. Here's the map again when you want to check it again, and you can see here very good the red zones are the our zones, or when we are blue, the blue ones. The shop is also over here, so you can check again what is inside. I would say go for the gold heads, go for the materials when you don't want to save more coins for the season teams. Alright, when you don't have any questions, I would stop the stream, and I hope you enjoyed it. When the stream or this video is helping you a lot, I can do that a couple more times. I did today in German. It was the first time for me, so I learned a bit and I added some things in here. So next time I'll be more prepared and maybe more good informations. Good night, Templar. Sleep well. So yeah, it's just for learning stuff. We can do it in English, we can do it in German, and you can share it also. And like I said, it's only for informations to help you guys. When you have some questions when I'm streaming, even when it's not about the topic, like maybe you have some gear questions or commander questions, always feel free to ask, because we can add this at the end of the stream so I can continue and answer the questions. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and I wish you a good rest day, and we will see you soon.